Welcome to Tarqaron, folks. Survivor Panama. We're here. If you're new to the channel, check out there's a playlist on our channel of all the Survivor videos we've done. I'm a big Survivor fan, taking my friend Alec on a journey through Survivor for the first time, chronologically from the beginning. We've done reviews on every season, and we've done reactions on every episode, except for like 3 that we lost. Up until
don't remind them of that. Why did you
from
do that?
Survivor Thailand up until now. But it's good. We haven't been losing episodes recently. We're due for one.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying some delicious chicken. Hello.
Nobody calls me
to
chicken.
Tarqaron. Yes. We're making our way
through Panama. How are you feeling about the season so far?
Making our way.
We're towards the end game now.
Yeah, it's getting real. It's going to get really interesting, I think, from here on out, because we have our last member of former Hamazid Jabiru, Lamina.
So Sally got voted out last episode, so we're left with just the man, Big Dog Terry, up against the Chaos
Big
crew.
Dog.
All right.
He's Big Dog, that's for sure.
Big Dog
man
everybody.
on campus.
Yeah. We still got an idol in his pocket.
Yeah, no, it's idol in his pocket full of shells.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, it'd be interesting if he can keep this winning streak up. I mean, it's gonna go down in history. You know, if he can do it.
For sure, and I mean, like, if he could just make one more vote, then the Kasaya will actually have to turn on themselves now, like 100%. There's no more,
for sure.
No more Laminas to go for. So this should be interesting, any way you look at it. Because like if he doesn't win immunity, he's got that idol. So you theoretically it should be someone from Kasaya going, like.
Well, isn't it determined by whoever's second on votes?
Yeah, that's where it'll get hairy too, right?
Yeah, because that means that he can decide.
If you just put all your votes on Terry, like knowing he's got that, then it's like, you give him full decision on that. So,
I think we can. I think we're prepped to see some potentially crazy and wild stuff in this forthcoming episode. So I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it.
And I mean, going into the episode from last time, you had the power rankings as Suri, Shane, Courtney, Danielle, Bruce, Aris, Terry.
Yeah, I think that tends to be, I think, some of the case. The power is not, the power is sort of nebulous, but to me that's like the order of like people who are really running the game down to, especially because like the chaos of Kasaya, it starts to filter down in some of the lower rankings of the old group. Is where that tends to break down. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. So
for sure, let's see what happens. As always, you can click the link in the description to see the highlights of our reaction and come back afterwards for the discussion, okay?
See you then.
Well,
epic.
There you have it. That's episode 11 of Survivor Panama.
That's boy.
Not how we thought the was going to come to a head here with Kasaya potentially turning on each other.
Bit of a downer of an episode.
Yeah. Bruce Factor, he's gone. Medivac, final 7 here. Tough. That always sucks, you know, because it'll change the trajectory of the game one way or another, you know. Even if he was like gonna theoretically be the next one voted out, you at least like to see that play out. Now it's like you have no control over that. It's not like you didn't play the game well enough, and you know, dealt a rough hand.
Yeah, it's a bladder and intestines were all blocked up. That's rough.
Yeah, but there was a lot.
That does sound to me like it was just it was a like a dehydration thing or something. I mean, that's yeah, that's bad.
That's not a fun time at all. You can
No,
tell.
no, no.
Um, but
There's a lot of drama
there was
in
a
this
lot of
episode.
drama. Yeah,
Yeah.
like real spicy stuff from the reward challenge, which of course, in terms of a challenge, is not the best. Especially in this situation where there's one on the outside. Everybody just targets him immediately. He's gone. But it does produce some fine drama between Urkasaya members for sure. Some rifts already forming from the get go there, and then
Hmm.
into the into three. Then picking was even more rifts there. So
Yeah, and then we had Shane and Courtney, the toxic couple.
yeah, I mean,
Where Shane said something about like, I'll go to your shitty apartment and we'll kill you.
kill you.
Like, I mean it. I'll go and kill you. And then she's like, nice. And then he's like, what? And she's like, you've never. It's like, I've never been to your apartment. I was just using an adjective. Like, he was like freaking out about that. And she's just sitting there laughing. And it kept like cutting back and forth, and she wasn't like upset or anything about the weird. That's like a scary thing that's, I don't know, say to somebody in the tone that he said it in.
For sure. I mean,
Like, I would have been like,
he's been consistently
he's just being
unhinged at
cute.
multiple points throughout the season, but this is just like we're supposed to just accept now. This is Shane. It's like, oh,
It's just
that's
Shane.
the
Oh,
quirk of him.
yeah, and
like
yeah, and then
any
it kept
moment-
cutting back till she was giving a confessional, and she's like, like smiling, and he's still like pissed off, and it was like, what is? And I mean, but it's also cutting back to him. He's like, she is so
she's a maniac.
clueless and annoying. She's a maniac.
With her
He's also a
response to
lunatic.
him, to me saying I would kill her in her shitty apartment. She's a maniac for that response.
I mean, it is kind of a maniac. I would. It's not the response I would have given. I would have been
Well,
like,
come on,
that's
Courtney's
kind of weird,
been
dude.
dealing with this the whole season with him. Like she's got to cope with it. She calls him out every time, but it's like it doesn't matter with him.
Yeah. She's gonna cope with it somehow, but yet she can't cope with the fact that the tribe thinks that she's annoying, which
Well,
is something
tough.
that they've made patent. Yeah, but I don't think anyone's been really secretive about that, have they? Multiple people.
I would say that Shane's the only one who vocalizes that. Everybody else says it in confessionals. It doesn't like.
I
not
get.
like
I
you're so annoying,
guess.
Courtney, or Shane's the one constantly.
Yeah, I guess
like,
most of the criticisms have been in confessionals, but
So it's a rude awakening, and I mean, it's just piling on, and then Shane, of course, with the like very childish response, but to not being picked, he was literally kicking the dirt.
to not being big. And he said it was all calculated. It was a rant that he calculated.
That wasn't calculated. The
to
other
get
part
them
was.
to get Aris and Suri on his side. And it was like, was it though?
The part I think he's saying the part when he talked to her after the fact was calculated. I think that conversation.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I
But
still don't
it
buy
wasn't.
it, but
She went to him though. I don't buy it at all. I don't buy
I
it
don't
for
think
a
anything
second.
about him is very calculated.
Yeah. I don't-
Like that's the truest.
Except for maybe
that's the truest one they had was like who's the most moody. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Shane.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that was, and then I think the only calculated premeditation going on here is Shane admitting that he's gonna track Courtney down and kill her in her apartment. So,
Shane,
which is just a wild thing to say to somebody.
you never know what you're gonna
Just
get with Shane. It's like a
like
very
in a
unsteady ground at all times. It's like you could just at any moment just burst out and start like he's freaking out because of her being upset by how he said he would kill her.
yeah.
How he described it. It was just an adjective.
Yeah.
Like, and then he's somehow in his brain he's rationalizing it that she is a lunatic. It's just
She's
wild,
the lunatic, even
wild
though
reality.
he's the one that said that he was just talking about killing her.
And they're just like, this is
Just
what
like-
they exist with. Ours is like, we just need to get him back, and we'll soothe him down, and get him back on track. here.
Calm him down. But it's funny because at the reward challenge, they were all like, "Oh, she has such a crush on Shane. She has such a crush on him." I'm like, "Really? Why?
I don't know.
Why? He's done nothing
They
but
could just be
like
saying
talk down
that.
to her."
I'd like to hear it from herself. I wonder if the reunion they'll be like, "So Courtney, is it true?
Are you into verbally abusive men
Yeah.
or something? Because there sure was a lot of that getting slung around. It's like,
Um,
actually, we're engaged.
I don't know if Shane has a son, right? Does he have a
Yeah,
wife? Do we know that? I
that's
forget what
unclear.
they just showed his son in that video, right? It was just his son.
Yeah.
So maybe he's a
I
single
think
guy.
he was saying he had his kid when he was like 15 or 16 or something. It was like he was like super young.
Mm.
Or no, or it was no, he said no. He said it was like 20 when I had him or 21 or something like that.
And then for some reason the relationship didn't
Cuz
work
he's in
out. I
his
can't
mid
imagine why.
he's in his mid 30s or something and his kid looked like he was like 12 or 13. So, yeah.
I just want to know how he operates in a relationship. I can't imagine it's pretty.
Oh, well, I mean, if it's anything like we've seen here, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, this
Because
is he's been like one of the craziest people,
ever to
like
play
the most
Survivor.
unhinged ever to play Survivor. It's kind of wild. I've
Like each
never
episode
seen it
we
like this
see, like
before.
every argument or outburst he has is like something that you would think would get you voted out on another season of Survivor,
Yeah.
you know? But that's just
Yeah,
so
and
normalized at this point.
he's cemented himself as a key player. Yeah. I
But
mean, like
it's crazy
the
when you do one thing to upset him, instantly he'll turn on you and be like, just throw like these insults, like Suri, I carried all 300 pounds of her on my back this whole game. Like he'll just immediately go to like the
yeah, and he's
most
like,
brutal thing he
Danielle,
can say. Yeah,
that
bitch.
bitch hasn't done
Yeah.
anything. Hasn't done. It's like, oh my god. It's just like, dude,
Like okay,
chill out,
so
bro.
now
And
he's
Aris is just sitting there like dissociating, like
Shane has this like
disassociating. He's just
romanticized version of himself. Like he's carried Danielle along. Not only has he carried Danielle along, but he's also had Suri on his back this whole time. Like he's doing
yeah,
all the heavy lifting here.
yeah.
Uh,
It's like, are you though, or are they bringing you along?
right. And then it
Mm.
was funny. He did say there was like Courtney is like the perfect person to take to the final two. She's a dream. Anybody would win
Mm.
against her easily.
Hold on. Do you remember? I just was flipping back through my notes. Do you remember when Bruce joined Kasaya and filtrated their water in a suspect way?
Yeah, yes, I do. That's it.
That matches with the amount of time that it's been. I almost wonder if he like got something like some parasites or something that like
And it just happened to
locked him up.
specifically affect him, like the person who created this
Yeah,
method.
well, some of the other people weren't drinking the water. Like I think some person's like, "Wow, he's amazing," and then other people are like, "Yeah, we're not drinking the water that way unless you boil it."
I don't know. I don't know how that works, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder.
That
I
is something to
wonder.
wonder. But Sri's fun. Like whenever she's on screen, is always
She is.
so charming. You know,
Yeah,
she's just laughing it up at this whole challenge, like people freaking
yeah.
out.
She yucked it up the whole episode. She was really like kind of at a good play. I mean, even though she was like, "Man, this is hard and it sucks that I have to choose people," she still had like a relatively good attitude the whole time.
Hmm.
I mean, I can see why. I think she's in like the best position of anybody. Like I've said, I think she's sort of the sleeper controller of the game of this game. I think
Right.
really, I think she has been for for quite a while. Because she's the glue that's sort of the like the sanity that's sticking this whole tribe together. Really,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
kind of
crazy how
out
she
there.
went from being like the next one voted out to now she's just like in there, like in like even in Shane's final four, what he saw as the final four, he's in there with Aris, he's in there with Danielle. It's like, wow. Um,
Yeah, because like you know Danielle's kind of normal, I think, but like you've got Shane, obviously, who's just a loose cannon. You've got uh, Courtney, who's I mean everybody's made their position very clear on her. You've got Bruce, who can be a little bit grumpy and was like would go off and do his own thing. He was very into like doing Zen, like, off and doing Zen stuff, and people weren't into that. He's sort of stuck in his ways. And then you had Aris, who is like got like mad yogi slash youth pastor energy, where he's like,
that even came out in the
what
challenge
did he?
today.
Yeah, yeah.
That
It
was
was just
fun.
like, come on
It
now.
was like this game was
What
meant
was
to
it?
was
What did he
designed to
say?
turn us against each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
What
do
I'm
this.
trying to remember what he said. Like, be mindful or something. Like he was saying something that was like, I was like, this is like a youth pastor saying. It's straight up. And then Terry. who's just on the outs. You know, he's not the.
Terry,
But then you get Suri, and Suri is like your mom's best friend. Like that's what she feels like. She's just like a really nice lady. Like you've got all these crazy, weird, wacky characters. I can understand why she wanted to take Danielle along. You know, Danielle's just like normal.
Yeah, she literally said in confessionals, just like be the most, who would be the most fun to go in this world with. But
Yeah.
yeah. So who would you give your MVP to for the episode?
Man, you gotta give it to Shane. I don't know how you could not. I mean, he's just insane
He's
this
a
whole
killer.
episode. I mean, he was
Literally.
like, I even like the Courtney does take a really close second because like, I mean, during all the serious Bruce stuff, she just kept like, "Are you feeling okay?" And it was like, dude, like let the medic take care of him.
Would it be good? Would it be help if I sing a song? And he's just no, and she just starts okay.
And then she starts singing a
So,
song
no, you want a
anyway,
song,
and he's
right?
like,
Just
"Stop."
singing. Please
He's
don't.
like, no, stop.
I wanted him
Don't.
just like in his like dying last breath to be like, "This is why we voted you most annoying."
Yeah. Like the medic's there, he's asking all these professional questions, and he's being
And
like
she's
really,
like singing,
really great.
like doing like a dance in the background or something.
But then
Oh.
when that's going on, the medic is like, "All right, well, we got to get him on the stretcher," and Shane's like, right now."
That's
And
so
he's like,
funny.
Yeah.
With the emotional music and Shane's just naked, like
He's just and yeah, he was like, "Those are my shorts. Shorts are over there. I can't do it. I can't sleep and I can't have wet shorts."
There was so much. The more I talk about it, I'm like, wow, I love
He's
this
just naked.
episode. There's a lot to
This
enjoy.
episode was really something.
And I feel like
Let me
everybody
tell
had
ya.
moments to shine. Like you're talking about the MVP, where you're like Shane and then Courtney close second, but I'm also like
Yeah.
Suri had fun moments. Bruce obviously
Suri was fun.
was sad send off. Everybody had their moments.
Daniel and
Aris-
Aris a little less so, but like Daniel had like little like oh, he's such a baby. Like get over it. Like she had some stuff. Has he ever played sports before? Like she had some really good one-liners.
I like how they're all such different perspectives. It's like
yeah, they really.
just
It's so crazy.
In that challenge alone, it's like you have Shane freaking out, Courtney's like annoyed by
really
it.
mad.
Suri's laughing at it. Aris is like, "Don't turn against each other." Bruce is over there making a comment. Is like, it's a game.
Yeah,
it's a game with a helicopter.
Where it's just like
in a spa.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, what's the big deal? It's just a game, you know. It's just a game or something like that."
And then
he's like,
Terry
"Yeah, a game
is
on a
just
helicopter in a spot."
Terry is just a fly on the wall. There's just like so many different angles to it.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Terry, not the highlight of the episode, just because he was in it for so little.
They literally
He said like 5 things in the whole
last
episode.
Lamina member, we're gonna do a reward challenge where you can target someone, get him out real quick, and then this like we're gonna decide who to exile. I was like, I wonder who.
Yeah,
Gone.
gee.
Gone. He's just gone, and then everything else unfolds. But yeah, I don't want to even understate the fact that Bruce was. I loved having Bruce on the season. I think it was a cool perspective to have.
Bruce was really great. I mean, when you've got duds like Willard who show up, you know, the old guy. When you got someone like Bruce had so much dang personality that like he was not like a significant player in tons of the like show, like the strategy and everything. But like I liked everything that he added to the group, the dynamic. He was a little bit more of an outsider with them. But like, I don't know. He was always really fun to have around to hear his perspective on stuff. So yeah, it's really unfortunate that this has to be his last episode. I was hoping he would stick around for a bit longer.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's unfortunate to see him go out that way. But all right. So power rankings for the final 6. What do you think?
Suri, Aris. I'm gonna go with the 3 she brought. Well, she reassured. I think she might actually believe that Shane is there. So we'll do Suri, Aris, Shane, Courtney, Danielle. Actually, or maybe Danielle, Courtney. I can't remember because he kept saying 4, even though it was only talking about 3. Who was the
4 that was planned was
4.
Shane, Courtney, Aris, Suri.
Aris and yeah, so it would be Courtney, then Danielle, and then Terry.
Okay. Yeah. Suri, Aris, Shane, Courtney, Danielle, Terry. I mean, it's interesting. Final 6 here, though, for sure.
Yeah. a colorful cast of characters, that's for sure. We have by far like the most like wild people
Mm-hmm.
here.
I
Like
love
we
it.
got all these boring people. Ruth Marie, it's like Misty,
Ruth Marie, Misty, Lumberjill, Tina,
Gilberto,
Melinda,
Tina,
Big
Nick,
Dick Nick.
Austin,
So
Big Dick Nick.
yeah,
Poor Austin. Poor Austin. Who I remember Austin being like, "This is going to be like the biggest thing in Survivor, getting the old ladies out."
right. The different
Yeah,
lady
it
than
was
the other
big.
lady.
Yeah,
All right, well, we've only got we got episode 12, episode 13, and then the finale and reunion. We're so close. I can just
it's
taste
it's kind of crazy how quick we're winding down here. It's getting down to the wire, and we'll have to see what happens next.
It'll be fun to see how it
Yeah,
shapes up. And, come back next week for another episode as always. What video would you recommend our
be good.
viewers watch in the meantime?
In the meantime, you should go check out our review of Black Mirror season 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Some wild, chaotic stuff that happened in that season.
that's
It
right.
matches the chaos of this crazy group of weirdos that we have here on Survivor.
Yeah. All
So
right, well,
yeah,
take care. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Leave a comment. Hit the notification bell. Click the links in the description for our social media. All right.
all right.
Get out of here before I kill you.
See ya.
And you shit me
Before I
hard.
kill ya.